Welcome back. This is episode 54 of The Gravity. Hopefully this will be a reasonably quick video. I want to tell you about a new phone that I'm trialing at the moment, which is the super sexy Nokia e71. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this with the lights. Maybe I need to come back out here a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. It's beautiful. It's a long time since I've actually looked and felt a Nokia and felt like it was a reliable, solid piece of equipment. And I'm not just saying that because I've got the trial of it and I'm off to Nokia in a couple of days. Woot! It feels solid. The battery life on it so far, it's been running 3 days. I've done a few quicks. I've done a few tests on it. The battery life on it seems brilliant. And what I really like about it is the battery indicator is totally different. Well, I say totally different. It looks different than any other Nokia battery. The same sort of position on the screen on the top right there. But it's got a defiant feel about it. In sort of like, I'm not going to depower. The screen's nice. I like the screen. A lot of people said to me, do you find it's too small or it's not big enough? After playing around with it, I've got to tell you, I really like this phone. I didn't want to like it. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why am I saying that? Well, I got really disappointed with the N95. It's a great, don't get me wrong, it's a great phone, but the battery life killed it. The battery life and putting too many features in there, shoehorning GPS and all the other stuff. And then the Symbian operating system just didn't feel very snappy on it. Now they sort of corrected it with the N95 8GB and made a bigger screen, and that sorted a few things out. I didn't go for the N95 8GB, but a few other people have had them and they seem to be okay. But again, battery life. One thing I like about this, and like I said, I didn't want to like it. One, it does all the things that I need it to do. It does quick, it does BAM user, and it's got a 3.2 megapixel autofocus camera, which works really nicely. I don't have to open anything, it's just there on the back. It's got this sort of weird mirror backing ego, look at me, I'm on the phone with my shiny, which I don't particularly like. It feels solid, it's super sexy, super thin. I don't know if you can see that. Few instant things. I found myself trying to touch the screen occasionally. Got used to the iPhone. The difference between this and the iPhone, Nokia products in general, and the iPhone is an experience in terms of the interface and the UI. You actually feel, it tends to draw you in and you tend to be messing around with this, that and the other. This actually feels like a business phone. It feels like you could put this in your pocket for 3 or 4 days and it would be reliably there to use whenever you needed it. Again, I don't know battery life until I give it a really good test, and I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to be shooting video on it. Like I said, I already set everything up on it that I need. It came with a few installations of stuff on there. It's got a Joku Spot on there, which Joku Spot, which allows you to have set up a 3G wireless network on it and share it between all your devices. It comes with Y Presenter, We Offset, which is this carbon offsetting thing. From Nokia. It's Nokia Chat. That's supposed to be good, but I can't actually get it to load. I've clicked on it and to load it up and it just sits there doing nothing, so maybe we'll try and get that fixed. But that uses the GPS to do positioning and updating your friends as to where you are and various stuff. And obviously Quick and Sport Tracker. I like the keyboard. I'm slowly getting used to it. It's a little bit different, obviously, switching over from the iPhone. Would I buy one? Yes, I probably would. I know that's a weird thing to say, but it feels solid. It's the first time in a while that it actually, I mean, the N95 feels solid with the slider that goes up and down, but it doesn't feel like a reliable piece of kit, whereas this, for the first time in ages, does. Like I say, it's going to be a case of testing it. The audio is pretty good. It's got a nice little audio thing in the top corner there, I don't know if you can see that. And again, the size of it does it for me, really, because it's so thin. What else can I say about it? What else did I document about it? Quick could not be installed without a SIM in it. That still annoys me. I don't know why that is the case with Quick. I presume it's because they link so much stuff to your account via the SMS so it can send updates to reinstall it and whatever. Like I said, the Defiant battery indicator. BAM user worked first time and it's pretty good. I put on here, lulled me over in a businessman in a suit kind of way. And I think that's the weirdest thing about it. When I opened it up, I didn't want to like it because I felt, because it was slim and it didn't have the Carl Zeiss lens on it, I felt this could not be a video blogger's phone. I felt like there's no way that I could use this or it'd be acceptable to use as a quick mobile media device. But then I started to rethink about it and I thought, if the battery life is better, and yes, the camera is 3.2 megapixels and it's not as good as the Carl Zeiss, but it works when I need it to work and I get more life out of it, then is that a happy balance? And I'm slowly being brought round to the idea that I could replace my N95 with this, which is shocking because I really wanted the N96, but I've had a few people say don't bother with it. It's very big, it's brick-like, and to be honest, do I want DVB, digital satellite broadcasting in my phone? Probably, but not in the current set of phones. I think mobile phone operators, Apple, Nokia and other people need to look at not cramming in, shoehorning in more applications that are not ready for mass market and not really needed for mass market on the current battery technology. We need to be looking at battery technology. We need to change and look at better battery charging. I spoke the other day about having a solar cell on the back, and then a few people said, oh well, you know, the problem is about heat and you know, issues with warming up. The battery is quite big on this one as well. The battery is called the BP4L, 3.7 volt. It's a big ass battery. It doesn't add much weight to the phone. Like I said, the phone is fairly light, but I'll be giving it a good workout in Helsinki. And what else did I write about it? It doesn't suit me as a video mode, but it does in terms of battery life. And like I said, I found myself touching buttons on the screen as if it was a touch screen, and the width on that and the way that they've made the UI and everything else fit in there is quite nice. You get used to it. I do miss the iPhone's big screen, and I would definitely not use this myself for web browsing. I personally think Nokia and all these base phones that are based on Symbian needs to come a long way. I think if this was a cross combination kind of device that had touch sensitive on there as well, that could be really, really interesting. I've never used the BlackBerry, so I can't tell you in terms of you know, is it a competition killer against the BlackBerry? I would probably say not. Oh, another thing I must say about this: when it's in standby mode, that middle center bit there, it sort of glows up in white. It sort of like pulsates in and out, just like the Apple LED on a laptop. I would love to see Apple and Nokia join forces, and come up with something incredible. I don't think that'll ever happen, but can you imagine if Apple bought Nokia? That would certainly rattle the sabers of the marketing PR guys at each respective company and take on the Montorolas of the world. Anyway, that's it. Last thing, Christian documentally, ourmaninside.com suggested that if you're in an emergency and the battery did run out, the mirror on the back could be used for signalling planes. So thanks for that, Christian. That's it. Episode 54 in the bag.